What's going on, guys? FlameHorizon here, coming at you with Week 6 of the Delta Battle League D-League. If you want to know why it's Week 6 and not Week 1, check out the video down below. It explains everything. But if you have already watched it, you can come back right now. And I'm getting right into it. As you can see, my team right below me, we have Alolan Golem, Volcarona, Slowking, Weezing, Smeargle, and Megalopony. This is the team I thought would work best. I did a lot of calcing, I did a lot of setting up with this, and this is what I have come up with. My opponent has, and I'm going to read it off my phone real quick, has Heatran, Mega Scizor, Como-O, Salamence, Haxorus, Empoleon, which is its Z-move user, Noivern, Aggron, Altaria, another Z-move user, Steelix, and Klinklang. All of his Pokemon are either part Steel or part Dragon. So I had to go and prepare for that, as long as, also with their dual types, like Heatran having Fire type, so that way if I try to use Fire type moves, it can absorb it. Same thing with Empoleon and Dragon types, can take Fire type moves really well as well. And this team is not something you would normally expect for people to draft, but this is what he drafted. And it was kind of, I wouldn't say easy to prep around, but he just has a lot of the same weaknesses, so I just kind of prepped around that. So as you can see right there, I have Bomba, the Alolan Golem, Basic Suicide Lead, Explosion, Rock Slide, Return, and Stealth Rock with Galvanize. Basically to go in, set up Stealth Rocks for the chip damage on switch-ins, and then to explode, which does a ton of damage. I calced it. I believe if it was Adamant, it would like one-hit KO Scizor, Mega Scizor, which is insane. But it's Jolly in this one, and I made it fast. Don't know why I made it fast, but we're gonna just continue along. We have Lola, the Megalopony, with Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Return, and High Jump Kick. I made it so it could speed creep any variant of Noivern, which is the fastest thing on his team. Noivern's max speed is 379, Megalopony has 380 speed, and basically no matter what, I will be outspeeding his Noivern. And then I just invested the rest of the EVs in bulk, and made it so Fire Punch can basically one-hit KO a Scizor, Ice Punch can one-hit KO Salamence at any cost. Again, just one-hit KO almost anything on his team. High Jump Kick for all the other Steel types, just a one-shot. Basically, Megalopony is supposed to just sweep. That's what I made it to do, that's what it's going to do. It's just insane. I love Megalopony. I'm glad that's the one of the good Pokemon that this person from the team I inherited drafted. The other good Pokemon, in my opinion, well, there's a couple of good ones, but this is one of the other really good ones, is Volcarona. It's the basic Quiver Dance set, but with Hidden Power Ice to hit Dragon types. In retrospect, I know I should have run Hidden Power Ground for Heatran and Empoleon, because those two wall me with this set. But I needed HP Ice for Salamence and for Noivern, and then Fiery Dance was for Scizor and any other Steel type, really. Basic bulky set, Flame Body, hopefully can catch up a couple burns. Next up is my head, the Slowking, because you know he's getting bit on the head. But with Trick Room, Psyshock, Scald, and Slack Off, basically sets up the Trick Room for something else in case it needs it, like a Golem or anything else that might want to come in and use it. Specially Defensive Wall can take any special hit. Like if he sends in a special attacker, this thing's just getting sent in right away. Like, that's no question. And then we have its counterpart, Siamese, the Weezing, with Sludge Bomb, Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split, and Thunderbolt. Everything's basic except for Thunderbolt, which is to hit the Empoleon for super effective damage. But max physically defensive wall, basically to take any physical hit. That's just basically what I need it for. And then we have Da Vinci the Smeargle with Spore, Coil, Baton Pass, and Healing Wish. What I mean for this thing to do is to use Spore, set up a Coil, Baton Pass to Megalopony, and if Megalopony gets hurt, send it back in and use Healing Wish, and get Megalopony back to full HP, and just to keep doing damage. That's its plan, that's what I wanted it to do. I hope you enjoyed the team builder. I'm going to cut right in to the battle. It's going to take a couple seconds, just going to switch scenes and whatnot on OBS. We're going to get right into the battle right about, and we're back. As you can see, this is the battle right here. You can see what his team is down below. I predicted almost every single thing on this. The Heatran I knew was coming because of Volcarona. The Empoleon I knew was coming because that is a good Stealth Rocker, good Aqua Jet, good Defogger. I think one of his only forms of hazard removal. That's his only form of hazard removal next to Mega Scizor, but I don't think he'd run Defog on Scizor. Salamence is just overall can do whatever. I don't know what I was expecting. It can be Intimidate and bulky. It can be a Moxie sweeper set. Noivern's just fast. If it's Choice Scarf, it outspeeds Mega Lopunny and kills it. That's what was like the scary thing in this battle, is I didn't know if it was Choice Scarfed or not. But we're gonna get right into this. I'm actually gonna set this speed to normal, no music on. Let's get right into this. So I lead Golem, that was my designated lead, and he leads Haxorus. And I just took this opportunity to get Stealth Rocks up as he goes for a Dragon Dance. Now, that's just scary. Dragon Dance on Haxorus is just bad. He goes for Earthquake and just one-shots Golem. Not the best start for me, but I at least got my Stealth Rocks up. That's the best thing. I go into Siamese the Weezing, and right here. Because I was fully physically defensive, I lived that Earthquake. If I wasn't fully physically defensive, I probably would have lost the match right there. It's just insane. I forgot Mold Breaker hits through Levitate at this point in time. But if it didn't live that, I wouldn't have been able to get off this next move right here, which is the Will-O-Wisp, and to burn this Haxorus. And I go on the next turn, after the burn damage, I go for a Pain Split after he goes for a Dragon Dance. What Pain Split does, brings me back up a little bit of health, and he does another burn. And then he goes for another Dragon Dance, getting greedy, and that greediness cost him his Haxorus, which could have swept right there, and I'm really glad I was able to take that out. Then he sends in Scizor, which Mega Evolves and goes for the Protect, which I didn't really quite get why he'd reveal that, but I went for Pain Split, expecting him to attack, just to get some health back. I switch out and then go immediately into Volcarona, which just, I needed to bring in. No Flame Body there, which was unfortunate. And he goes right into Heatran, expecting the Fiery Dance. That was a good prediction on his part. Gets the Flash Fire boost. I took this opportunity to go right into Slowking. This thing cannot beat Slowking in any way. Unless it had, like, Toxic, but still. I don't know why I always burp while recording. But he sets up his own Stealth Rocks, and I go for Scald. And Scald does a heck of a lot of damage because of a crit. But he switches out and goes into Empoleon, and I wall Empoleon because I have Slack Off. I outwall it. Even though it walls me, I can outwall it no matter what. I get the burn on the Scald there, which is perfect. And this thing can't do anything to me, but at least I can outstall it. I can just slack off any damage it does. We're just trading blows now. I'm just waiting for him to start whittling himself down, waiting for the turns to go by. He can't do anything to me. The most he can do is 14%, with his strongest move being Hydro Pump. And here, I do believe he switches out. Yeah, he switches out and goes into Heatran and sacks off the Heatran. Now, that was probably the better thing to do, was to just let it die in the first place, because there was nothing it could do at that point. And then he sends in the Noivern. Now, this next move right here. You see that? It got a crit, and that just makes me mad, because I could live 3 of those. But because of the crit, I could only take 2, and it just makes me mad, because this thing could have done a whole lot more work. But, as you can see right here, I go for the Scald, trying to get the burn. Should have clicked Psyshock. That was not a good play on my part. However, it's what I did. The burn didn't happen, goes for a Shadow Ball, and takes out Slowking. So that's my second thing down. He's lost 2. Right now, it's pretty even. I went right into Lopunny because I'm not afraid of this thing. Him switching out there made me think that he was scarfed because of Shadow Ball. But I went for the neutral play and just clicked Ice Punch, trying to catch anything on the switch in or just trying to kill it. Bullet Punch does not quite KO, and Mega Lopunny gets a Fire Punch KO right there, and knocks out the Mega Scizor. Thank goodness that's gone. He goes into Empoleon, right here. He goes for the Protect, right? See, I knew he was going to expect me to go for High Jump Kick. I just knew it. Well, because what else would I do? But I predicted that Protect and went right for a Fire Punch instead. And this is the play that gave me the game right here. Because if I would have went for High Jump Kick, I would have lost Mega Lopunny and probably lost the game. But because of that, I was able to click High Jump Kick the next turn and take it out. Goes into Salamence, and Rock Damage takes it down. But because of the Rock Damage, Ice Punch KOs Salamence. And then he sends in the Noivern on the next turn. And I outspeed the Noivern unless it's Scarfed. But even if it was Scarfed, it wouldn't matter because I could just send in a Revenge Kill. And that was the game right there. Ice Punch took out Noivern. Megalopony picking up 4 kills, the other 2 kills going to Weezing and Slowking. So my wall is actually picking up KOs, which is pretty decent. But that was the first match. I won. I think to make it to playoffs, I have to win every single match to even have a chance at it. But if you enjoyed, if you're hyped for your Minnesota Monfernos, be sure to hit that like button down below. Comment down below what you think. What did you think of the battle? What you're expecting to see next week? Because next week, I've already looked at it. I face a very tough opponent, has a very scary team. I can't wait for it. I'm going to do a lot of prep for it. But leave a like if you're subscribed if you're new. Take care, everybody.